My father and his father, they talked to each other and they wanted to exchange their children. But I was not informed, I was not asked. That time I thought of killing myself, committing suicide by hanging myself. And I also said my parents that you will not get to see my face again if you force me to get married to that guy.
Child marriage is shockingly common in many developing countries. Child marriage is most common between 12 and 16-year-olds, though child marriage can occur as young as 3 or 4 in some countries. More than half of girls are getting married before the age of 18 while they're still children. Researchers tell us that if this trend continues, more than 100 million girls are going to marry while still children in the next decade alone.
My parents have been suggesting me to get married from last year. My parents are older, so there's no one to work at home and in the field. I have never spoken to her. Our marriage is totally our parents' decision. When I heard it for the first time, I almost felt like to cry, remembering that I would not be able to go to school and I would not be able to see my friends where I lived with my parents. Now I'll be moving. I did this for my parents' happiness. Otherwise, I would have continued my study. I would have been much happier if I get married after 20 or later on. So this is not my will.
Mainly, it is the culture, because the girls should get married when they are very young. Otherwise, they will be considered as somebody who is not needed, or maybe she's not healthy. That's why she doesn't have a husband.
Because they're so young, they have very little voice in the home, and so decisions about their health, about family planning, about childbirth are often made by them. At the same time, there's a lot of pressure that girls face to prove their fertility, to bear children, regardless of how young they are. This pressure, combined with the lack of information on reproductive health, makes it very difficult for them to protect themselves against HIV.
I don't really feel good about what's happening to my sisters. It's very sad to see them getting married in such a very small age. They will not also be able to express themselves because they will never have education, so they can't even defend their own rights.
It's very difficult for individuals, particularly parents, to make decisions to delay their daughter's marriage. They face a lot of social pressure and also economic pressure. If communities decide that this practice isn't healthy,